Good evening, everybody. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you all to the 2023 AHF Culinary Competition. My name is Ryan Conklin. I'm with UNC Rex Healthcare in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'll be one of your MCs for this evening. Very excited about tonight. This is the premier showcase for healthcare chefs across the country. This is it. This is the best of the best that are out here tonight to showcase all the great, exciting things we're doing in our operations across the nation. This competition is very dear to me. It's how I got started in AHF as a competitor. I competed back in 2011, 2012, and now I have the honor to be on this stage today to help MC tonight's event. My first guest up here tonight, I'd like to introduce our 2023 Culinary Competition chairperson and judge for tonight's competition, David Brew, the Associate Director of Culinary Outreach for the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center. David, welcome.
Thanks, Ryan. I really appreciate it. Appreciate being here. Thanks for having me as your culinary chair this year. I've had a blast doing it. I want to say thank you to all my other culinary chair members that have helped us through this past year. We've had a great time. It's been a great bit of fellowship that we've been able to have and all that good stuff.
Great. Now, David, can you comment on this year's competitors? Tell the audience here what it takes to get into this competition and how the competition works as far as the market basket, etc.
Absolutely. So it is a very difficult competition. I'd like to go over a couple of the quick rules on it. Every plate that these competitors are producing has to come in at under $8 a portion. It is a maximum of 700 calories, less than 23 grams of fat, and less than 750 milligrams of sodium. And I don't know if any of you all have cooked. I'm sure some of you have, but that's not a lot of salt to do everything. So these guys have worked very hard. They've gone ahead and pushed their dishes through with keeping those dietary restrictions, making sure that they stay under good costs, and they had to look good while they were doing it as well.
Okay, so you mentioned the market basket.
I did.
Yep, and yesterday we had a culinary competition meeting, so all the competitors met, and we met inside the hotel's kitchen, and they were throwing a curveball.
Yes.
So that curveball is the competition committee decided to add a mystery ingredient to the dishes this year, and they found out about this ingredient yesterday at 5:30 p.m. So can you tell us about that ingredient, what it is, and why we chose that this year?
Absolutely. So the biggest thing with AHF is that we want to make sure that we stay local to the region that we're in for the competition and for the conference. So this year we went with yellow watermelon that needs to be incorporated into each one of their dishes. It was our mystery ingredient. It is very local to here in Florida. It's very lovely, actually. It's quite good, and it's relatively inexpensive, to be quite honest with you. So it just goes to in line with their dishes, and they have to incorporate it into their dishes. Same with the market baskets that we did have. The choices of proteins, or market basket A as we were calling it, were grouper, Gulf shrimp, portobello mushroom, or hanger steak. In our market basket B, which is more of the vegetables and fruits and things along those lines, we wanted to still keep it sort of local to Florida. So we went with key limes, guava, artichoke, oranges, black garlic, blueberries, Brussels sprouts, farro, Swiss chard, and avocado. Now these competitors can choose any one from market A, or two if they wanted to go that route, and 2 to 3 from market basket B. So it has to be incorporated into the dish, and they were not limited to just 2 or 3 choices. So they could do as many as they wanted to make their dish elevated to others.
Sounds great. Tons of great ingredients to choose from.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think it's great opportunity for using those nice, fresh, local ingredients, and it's exciting to see what the chefs have come up with. So first off, we're going to introduce our first team. This is Team 1. This is Integris Health Baptist from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. So if everyone can give them a round of applause. And with that team, we have System Executive Chef Benjamin Robinette, and he's working with Decleatia Martin, who's Food Service Operations Manager, and we have a short video about the team.
I'm Chef Benjamin Robinette, System Executive Chef for Integris Health.
I'm Decleatia Martin, Food Services Operations Manager for Integris Baptist. Today we're going to prepare for you a barbecue dry rub hickory smoked shrimp with creamy guava farro.
Sounds good. Well,
Let's get to it.
Let's go.
For this exciting dish, we incorporated the fresh fruit and seafood of Florida. We prepared the pear using a julienne cut to represent our tall grass prairies. To top our dish off, we used a dry rub technique for the shrimp to represent our Oklahoma roots.
That is your team one from Integris Health Baptist in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Give them a round of applause, please. Now I'm going to cut to my teammate tonight, Andy Bergman, who's going to be telling us a little bit about Team One's dish.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andy Bergman, and I'm a director for Baptist Health System, located throughout the great state of Kentucky. I have the pleasure of serving as your man on the streets tonight as I walk amongst the competitors here and watch these 5 teams of champions battle it out to bring home that elusive AHF Culinary Gold. Thank you, Ryan, for the introduction. We're over with table 1 right now with the Integris Health System as Chef Ben and Chef Decleatia put together their barbecue rubbed hickory smoked shrimp with creamy guava farro. Let's catch you up. They've been prepping for the last 45 minutes and they've been working hard, so let's see what they got on their station so far. Over on the cooktops, it looks like they're cooking down a barbecue sauce which contains blueberries, which is one of the basket ingredients. We've got some tomato sauce, looks like some of the black garlic in there, and brown sugar. It smells amazing already. Chef Ben looks like he's prepping some more vegetable over here. He's already got some of the yellow watermelon on his board. That looks like it's been seasoned with his barbecue dry rub, which contains over 10 different spices. He's also got his shrimp marinating with that same dry rub. And we're putting together the rest of the dish so far, executing a lot of good knife cuts so far. Right now, what are you cutting up, Chef?
Pink guava.
He's cutting up the pink guava, which is going to go, I'm guessing, probably with this farro today. On the steam over here, you still got the farro cooking. Is that correct? Excellent. So a lot of work already done for this team. They're putting a lot of deep flavors together. This is going to be a fun dish. I mean, if you can check out the picture here, check out your QR code as well. You can get the recipe for all of these amazing dishes provided by one of our sponsors, Agilis, today. So a lot of work going on. We got a lot to catch up yet, but we'll get back to Team 1 here in a little bit. I'm going to throw it back to Ryan right now because he's got a very important guest over at the station there. Back to you, Ryan.
Thank you, Andy. So right now, I'd like to just give a general thank you to all of the sponsors for this year's 2023 AHF conference. We could not make this happen without all of your help and support, but we have special thanks to this year's Culinary Competition sponsors that have helped us put this evening on, which is going to be a tremendous success. I'd like to introduce Christina Lean. She's the Senior Marketing Manager for Schwann's Foodservice.
Thanks so much, Ryan. It's a real pleasure for Schwann's to be here tonight and to be a sponsor of this part of the event. In particular, the Schwann's team is so pleased to be here and share our products with you for dinner tonight. We are really excited for these competitors. We know that it's their expertise and leadership that is making a difference for patients, staff, and guests every day at their operations, and we're very inspired by that at Schwann's. So, yeah. We've had a really fantastic meeting with all of the operators here, and we just can't say enough about how much we've learned from the conversations we've had and the willingness folks have had to engage with us through the event. And is now the right time for me to talk a little bit about what we're featuring tonight?
Please do.
Okay, so we're super excited to be sharing dinner items with you tonight, featuring noodles, dumplings, egg rolls, spring rolls, and sauce items from our comprehensive line of Asian cuisine products. And you'll find these products in the marketplace under brands like Min, Chef One, and Twin Marquee at all of our national distributors, broadline distributors. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Christina. Is
Yeah.
there anything else, particularly why you're into sponsoring tonight's event, especially?
Sure. You know, I think that Schwann's is really proud of a lot of elements we can hang our hat on for our business. The authentic origins of many of our ethnic products, certainly our scaled manufacturing that allows us to bring continuity of supply to the marketplace, our high standards for food quality. But first and foremost, we are a culinary-led organization. We put our operators first, and so this culinary competition really seems to be at the heart of that in terms of bringing forward the very best of healthcare culinary expertise and putting their mettle to the test. So, yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you, Christina, for being here and joining us on stage. And can everyone give a big thank you to Schwann's Foodservice for being one of our sponsors tonight? Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, now I'd like to introduce the team number 2, representing Johns Hopkins Healthcare System. Please give them a round of applause. So we have with us Dusty Cooper, who is the Director of Culinary Operations and Corporate Chef, as well as Emily Glass, the Clinical Nutrition Analyst with Johns Hopkins. And we have this nice short video about them.
Hi, I'm Dusty Cooper, Director of Culinary Operations and Corporate Chef.
I'm Emily Glass, Clinical Informatics Analyst for the Johns Hopkins Health System.
The dish that we prepared is a pan-seared grouper with citrus corn salad, black beans, and broccoli mole. From the market basket, we chose black garlic, oranges, lime, and grouper as our protein. The remaining mise en place items included white corn, jicama, grape tomatoes, cilantro, black beans, Anaheim peppers, broccoli, and sunflower seeds.
The techniques we used included pan-seared the grouper, sautéed and steamed the broccoli mole, and sautéed black beans. The citrus salsa contains ingredients cut into chiffonade, small dice, and brunoise. Our inspiration for this dish was the vibrant and refreshing citrus flavors of Florida.
Thank you.
Please give a round of applause to the team from Johns Hopkins Healthcare System. I'm going to kick it over to my cohort Andy now, who's checking in on team 2.
Thanks, Ryan. I'm over here with John Hopkins' team as Chef Dusty and Chef Emily are putting together their dish. I can tell over here in the blender, this is what they call their chili spiked broccoli mole. And to catch you up, there are over 12 different ingredients in this broccoli mole. We've got onion, potato, broccoli, Anaheim peppers, parsley, bay leaf, sage, sunflower seeds, a kitchen sink, and a bunch of other stuff I don't even know about. Chef Dusty, what else you got in there? How do you feel about the broccoli mole?
I actually haven't tasted it yet, but the color looks good. The consistency looks good, so we're happy.
That's awesome. It's a very vibrant color. Let's check in with Chef Emily over here. She's putting together her citrus corn salad with a lot of vibrant colors, a lot of good knife cuts techniques that she showcased in her video. So we've got the brunoise of the lime in there. What else we got? We got white corn, we've got jicama, orange, we got some key lime juice for another basket ingredient. And it looks like she's about to chiffonade some cilantro to go in there as well. That's gonna be a very refreshing topper to their pan-seared grouper. So again, their dish is coming together nicely. We got on the stovetop or the induction cookers over here. They got their black beans already reducing here. And what Chef Dusty has done, she's taken the basket ingredient. Oh, that smells awesome. She's taken the basket ingredient of the black garlic, pureed that with a little bit of water, and infused those black beans and reducing that to a nice silky texture. That's going to be delicious. Can't wait to see how they're going to put the dish together, but so far everything looks and smells amazing. Great work, guys. So we're going to send it back to Eric because he's got another important guest that he wants to interview. I'm sorry, not Eric. Back to Ryan. Old habits die hard, that's for sure. Back to you, Ryan.
Great job. Thank you, Andy. Team 2 is looking like they're doing it. They have a great looking dish. Very excited to see the finished plate. Up on the stage now joins me one of our other judges, our second judge this evening. He's also the winner of the 2022 Culinary Competition. I'd like to introduce Chef Adam Schlomer, Executive Chef at Medical City Las Colinas in Texas. Give him a round of applause, please.
Thank you.
Adam, can you tell me a little bit about what it's like you're up here now as a judge, okay? Last year you were a competitor. Talk me through that process of competing, what it was like to win, and now being able to judge some of the peers you cooked against last year.
Well, let's see. So last year actually was not the first year that I competed here at the AHF. It was the second year. And so after the first year, I was able to go back and look at where me and my team, we could improve. And so one of the things that I really focused on was practicing. The first go around, we practiced, but not so much. Second go around, we put so much work and so much effort into preparing ourselves for the competition so that when we got here, we knew exactly what we needed to do, when we needed to do it in order to execute our dish perfectly, right? And so, it was really fun preparing. It was definitely a great learning experience. And then to come here, execute and win and see that hard work pay off was really awesome. As far as the transition from being a competitor to a judge, well, I guess you could say the heat's not on. So I'm just sitting back, making sure that, all of the competitors here are meeting the competition requirements, following the rules, and then afterwards I'll get to taste their food and determine who's the best.
That's great. So going back to being a judge, when you're walking down the line here with your clipboard, looking at each station, what are you looking for? What are you looking at? What are you writing on the clipboard?
So what we're looking for is organization. We want to, as the competitors, they want to make sure that they maintain organization of their workstations, right? It should look nice, neat, clean, and orderly, like they know what they're doing, right? We're looking for cleanliness, food safety. We're looking to see how they're executing the knife cuts, the 2 required knife cuts, as well as the 2 cooking techniques that are required. And then just looking to see if there's any variations from what they're making to the recipes that they submitted, what they say that they're making.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for being up here and sharing a little bit about your experience. We're looking forward to the results of this evening. I know you have some judging left to do, so don't let us be in the way, and enjoy the rest of the competition. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you. Thank you, Ryan.
Yes. All right, before I kick it back to Andy in the trenches, I just want to once again give a general thank you to all our sponsors. A special thank you to our competition sponsors tonight. Up next, I have Reggie Clark, who represents Agilicis, one of tonight's sponsors. And I want to first off thank you for being here, and I want to have you tell us a little bit about why you're sponsoring tonight's competition.
Certainly. Thank you very much for having me and having us here. We're very excited to be here. Agilicis as a company, we're hospitality focused. That's all we do. That's all we think about. We only service hospitality operations. And we recognize that healthcare food service is a hospitality mission, but your mission is very special because you're typically dealing with people when they're at their most vulnerable. So we find it really important to support you all in doing your mission, which supports all of our family, all of our friends, etc. So we're really excited to be here and happy about it.
Great, we're happy to have you. I love the technology piece added to the competition where you're scanning the QR code. I think that's very innovative. And once again, we could not pull this off without the support of our sponsors. So on behalf of AHF, we're very thankful that you're here tonight. Please everyone give Agilicis a round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now I'm gonna go over Team 3. We have the chefs from Eskenazi Health in Indianapolis, Indiana. Tonight we have Chef Dugan Wetzel, who's the Director of Culinary Systems and Executive Chef, and Jesse Shirley, Executive Sous Chef of Retail at Eskenazi Health.
My name is Jesse Shirley. I'm the Executive Sous Chef here at Eskenazi Health, and our dish this year is mojo marinated Gulf shrimp and seared hanger steak.
My name is Dugan Wetzel. I'm the Director of Culinary and Executive Chef here at Eskenazi Health. We use 10 different basket ingredients this year, including 2 of the proteins and some others like black garlic and farro. Our main inspiration for this dish is recent culinary trends and just some of the things that you'll experience in Florida.
All right, so we're standing at table 3 here with the chefs from Eskenazi, and there is just a ton of action going on at this station. A lot of different techniques, a lot of different methods. We got 2 different blenders over on the station. One I saw has guajillo or dried marisol peppers, and we got some veggie stock, some garlic and onion, some plum tomato, and some clarified butter is going to go into that. That's going to be their guajillo chili sauce. And in this other blender, Chef Dugan, what do you have in this other blender?
It's going to be a blueberry foam.
It's going to be so blueberry foam. What goes in that?
Soy lecithin, blueberries, a little bit of key lime, and just a touch of sugar.
Excellent. So he's using soy lecithin, which is an emulsifier. It's going to give a lot of aeration to that. It's going to put a beautiful presentation on. He's also looks like he's cooking some farro with a risotto method. He's adding bits of stock to it. He deglazed the pan with some Pinot Grigio. Over here, Chef Jesse Shirley is putting together some key limes. He just cooked off the steak, and that's resting. A lot of action on this station. A lot of different awesome techniques, such as the molecular gastronomy with the soy lecithin, the risotto method here. We're doing some blanch and shock and some other items. But a lot of ingredients, a lot of techniques here from the powerhouses at Eskenazi. This is not their first rodeo. I'm going to send it back to you, Ryan. Let's see who else you got up there with you.
Sure thing. Next up will be Team 4. We have the team from MD Anderson in Houston, Texas. Give them a round of applause. With us tonight, we have Jared Hunter and Peter Hein. And we have a short video on them as well.
Hi, I'm Peter Hein, sous chef at MD Anderson. For this year 2023 culinary competition, we will be making red curry shrimp with farro plantain cake.
And I'm Jared Hunter, executive chef here at MD Anderson, and we're very excited and honored to be here at this competition this year. From the basket, we have selected Gulf shrimp, key limes, black garlic, Brussels sprouts, and farro. We'll be searing, sauteing, foaming, and layering amazing flavors. What inspired this dish? Honestly, I think Peter's mom's in town from Thailand.
The vision is to capture the spirit of Thailand with the colorful flavor of Orlando. Again, thank you for the opportunity to have some fun, and we will see you soon.
We'll see you soon. Thank
Let's give it up for the team from MD Anderson. I'm going to pass it over to Andy to give us an update on how they're doing over there.
That's right. We got a big following over here for MD Anderson. These guys are no slouches to the competition, back for their second year in a row. We got a lot of action on the station here too. So to catch you up, we saw the chefs put together a red curry paste with a lot of over 10 different ingredients, and that's going to be the main staple of their dish. So that red curry sauce has got some coconut milk to it. It's got galangal root. It's got black garlic, arbol chilies, lemongrass, shallot, cumin, coriander, peppercorn. The list goes on. And right now, Chef Peter, he's peeling some of those shrimp that they put together already. It looks like he's tying those together with, I believe it's a banana leaf as well. Further down the station, we're using that yellow watermelon. We got circles cut out. Not sure what the application's going to be there. We also got some julienne, this julienne watermelon. What are you doing with the watermelon, Chef?
We're going to saute these in with the vegetables. We're going to char that and then add it as a layer in the faro cake.
Excellent. So you've already cooked off the faro. You're going to put some plantain I saw in there. You got a plantain mash as well as some diced plantain. The aroma over here is outstanding. Those spices are amazing.
Kind of like a spin on a mofongo.
Okay, so like a mofongo dish that has this mashed plantains mixed in. That's going to be a great croquette. We're looking to get a good sear on that. The shrimp, the curry, the plantain. This is going to be a fun dish. I'm going to send it back to you now, Ryan, because I know we got some very important people up there from Clark Foodservice, who is definitely a huge part of this culinary competition because they donated a lot of equipment for our chefs to use today. But I'm going to throw it right back to you now, Ryan, so you can talk to Miss Becky Smith.
Sounds good. Thank you. Up here, I have another very important sponsor of ours this evening. AHF is fortunate to have so many great sponsors and business partners who make all of our programs possible. With me is Becky Smith, Senior Sales Executive from Clark Foodservice Equipment. We are very fortunate that Clark Foodservice has donated the equipment being used tonight by our chefs. But we also want to mention that after the competition, the Clark Foodservice team will be donating the equipment to the Second Harvest Food Bank of Central Florida. That's a great thing. At the food bank, they have a 16-week culinary education program that offers hands-on training to adults facing barriers to employment with the culinary and life skills training needed to pursue a full-time, sustainable career in the food service industry. So I just think that's awesome and a great thing for Clark to be providing for tonight. Becky, can you tell us a little bit more about the decision to donate the equipment to this incredible program and a little bit more about what Clark Foodservice has to offer?
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity. Obviously, having all of our culinarians here during the culinary competition, it's an honor to donate all of the equipment that they're using, the pots and pans, the utensils, down to the induction burners, and so that's quite an honor. But to be able to carry that on and pay it forward and donate that to a local charity that can use it as part of their culinary training is just really makes it all the more fun for us, and we feel very honored to have that opportunity.
Well, thank you very much, and a heartfelt thank you to Clark's Foodservice for being a sponsor for tonight's culinary competition. Thank you, Clark Foodservice. Okay, up next we're going to go to Team 5, all the way at the end. We have the Team 5 from Geisinger Medical Center in Muncie, Pennsylvania. Please give them a round of applause. With the Geisinger team, we have Brian Dixon and Brianna George. And here's a little video about them.
Hello, I'm Brianna George.
And I'm Brian Dixon. We are
Geisinger Medical Center, Muncie. Our creation is a pan-seared grouper over a pickled blueberry-infused faro, served with sautéed Swiss chard, drizzled with a Grand Marnier citrus gastrique, complemented with a summer citrus relish and pickled blueberries.
From the market basket, we chose grouper to be seasoned and pan-seared, Swiss chard, which we sautéed and tossed in a black garlic vinaigrette. This rests on a bed of faro, simmered and infused with pickled blueberries and fresh avocado. Finally, to finish our creation is a fresh squeezed orange and lemon Grand Marnier gastrique.
We were inspired by the sun-soaked flavors of the Gulf and the citrus influences of the Floridian cuisine. We love this dish and we can't wait to see you in Orlando.
That's great, and I'm going to kick it over to Andy, who's down there with the Team 5 from Geisinger. Tell us how we're doing, Andy.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Ryan. As you can tell, the team from Geisinger seemed to have brought a party with them. Let's hear it again for Geisinger, everybody. You're all out there. Wow, what a following. This is great. So to catch you up, a lot of action over here. So the chefs put together a quick pickle of blueberries, ginger, rice wine vinegar, sugar, and water, and that's going to infuse most of their dishes, a main component. We also see a black garlic vinaigrette on the side there that's got some champagne vinegar, some olive oil. I saw some Swiss chard, some rainbow chard being prepped earlier, and it looks like the mystery ingredient, the yellow watermelon, is all over the station here. Hey, Chef Brian, what are you doing with this yellow watermelon?
So we're gonna brunoise it fresh and toss it in our summer citrus relish. We're gonna cook it down a little bit and make a coulis, and we're also gonna pickle it and have it nice diced on as a garnish.
Oh, that's excellent. So 3 different applications for that mystery ingredient. That did not throw these chefs for a loop at all. I just saw Chef Brienne finishing up the pan-seared grouper, and that's resting right now. We're doing some supremes of orange over here as well. A lot of action, a lot of components. Can't wait to see how this dish is finalized. Chefs, great job. Let's hear it again for Geisinger Health, everybody. Good work, everybody. Going to throw it back to you, Chef Ryan, to see what's going on next, sir.
All right, sounds good. Well, we have our final sponsor for this evening, and I'd like to introduce. Once again, we're very thankful for tonight's culinary competition sponsors. So I'd like to introduce Drew Patterson, who's the Regional Account Manager for Healthcare and Education at Zinc. Drew, tell us about Zinc and why you're happy to be here.
Well, Ryan, thanks. And I'm not going to bore everybody with what we do, but I really just want to say thank you to AHF we've been sponsors for quite a few years, and we absolutely love coming here. The content's great, the camaraderie's great, and the culinary competition is close to our heart as we have a lot of chefs on staff. So being able to be a sponsor here and just participate, we love being a part of AHF, and thank everybody for allowing us to do so.
Thank you very much, Drew, for being here and being so involved with the culinary competition over the years. You have a true passion for this, and it's just great to have you as a sponsor. So everyone, please give Zinc a round of applause, as well as all of our sponsors for tonight's event. We thank you very much, and we couldn't make this possible without your support. So now I'm going to pass it over to Andy, who has some updates of how Team 1 is doing as they're coming down to the wire here with their final plating.
Yeah, all good things over here on Station 1. It looks like we've got a lot of ingredients already down on the plate. So we've got our creamy guava faro, in which the chefs, they juiced a guava, they juiced a pear, they put some of that watermelon juice in there, and they added some mascarpone cheese right at the end there to give it that creamy texture. Looks like we've got some fanned avocado, which is another basket ingredient. That yellow watermelon looks like it's been seasoned and charred, and to represent, looks like a barbecue rib of sort. That's a great presentation. Now we got Chef DeClicia stacking up the shrimp as we're all staring intently at her. Looking good, Chef. On Chef Ben's cutting board, it looks like he's got some chives, he's got some julienne pear, and it looks like he's breaking down some edible flower petals. And down on the plate already is that blueberry black garlic barbecue sauce. So again, they took the blueberries, they juiced them a little bit, they pureed them with some tomato sauce, cooked that down and added some black garlic, a little bit of brown sugar, and they've just been cooking that down, letting that reduce to a nice sauce consistency. And talking to Chef Ben earlier, he told me that the state vegetable, again, the state vegetable of Oklahoma is the watermelon. So when they saw the yellow watermelon, again, state vegetable, when they saw that yellow watermelon, didn't throw them for a loop at all. They love it. They're representing Oklahoma as hard as they can here. Right now, Chef Ben is plating that julienne pear, the chives, and the edible flowers to represent the tall grass prairies and wildflowers of Oklahoma. A lot of pride on the plate, a lot of attention to detail, a lot of technique here. We are down to 3 minutes left for the chefs to put their plates, the finishing touches on. So another awesome technique with the shrimp here, they rubbed it in the barbecue blend, and they let that sit for about 20 minutes with the dry marinade on. They sauteed for a little bit, and then Chef Ben used a smoking gun and used some hickory chips to infuse that shrimp with that hickory flavor. So you're going to get a lot of smoke out of that shrimp and a lot of barbecue flavor, and they also smoked the watermelon too. So a lot of action on that plate. This is turning out quite gorgeous. We are down to about the last minute and 30 seconds here. Putting final touches on, cleaning up plates. Excellent attention to detail. Each plate looks identical to the next. Great height with the pear and the chives. A lot of color. Beautiful dish.
What a phenomenal plate they're putting together. I can see it from here. It looks beautiful.
It smells amazing too, Ryan.
Yeah.
You can smell the smoke. We are down to our last 60 seconds, chefs. Wiping down plates, finishing touches. Chef Ben's a master of detail, but he's still got time to smile and joke. 30 seconds left, chefs.
30 seconds. Let's cheer your team on from Integris Health Baptist. Coming down to the wire.
20 seconds. And count it down with me, everybody. We are down to our last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hear it for Team 1. Outstanding. Now the chefs will deliver the first plate to the judges. As Team 1 is delivering their plates, we got about 6.5 minutes over here on Station 2. And we've got Chef Dusty putting down what looks like her spice-infused broccoli mole that's got those 15 ingredients plus in the kitchen sink. Beautiful color, it smells amazing. Chef Emily's still working on that citrus salad, making sure it's properly marinated. And again, in that corn salad, we've got the white corn, we've got jicama, we've got orange, we've got a brunoise of key lime, we've got grape tomatoes, cilantro leaves, there's a chiffonade cut, we've got key lime juice, we've got that magical ingredient, the yellow watermelon. A lot of ingredients, well executed. Chef Dusty just lifted the lid off those black beans, and you can smell the black garlic from here. It smells outstanding. On top of that broccoli mole, she's putting those black beans. Got about 5.5 minutes left, chefs. Five and a half minutes. We're going to check in on Station 3 real quick, as it looks like they've got some action on their plates. Chef Dugan utilizing a ring mold out here. He's got his creamy faro down that he cooked with the risotto method, adding slow bits of stock to it to really develop the creaminess. He also pan-seared that faro to enhance the nutty flavor. Chef Jesse's helping push down that faro and the guacamole, or the avocado blend. On the plate already, looks like that guajillo chili sauce that Chef Dugan was working on earlier. And it looks like we got a pretty rustic cut chimichurri over here on the side. It's got parsley, cilantro, oregano, garlic, red pepper. It's got a brunoise cut on the pepper, some sweet paprika, and some key lime juice. Instead of the traditional lemon juice, they're opting to use that key basket ingredient with the key limes. We got about 11.5 minutes, chefs. Let's work our way down to Station 4. Down on Station 4 with MD Anderson, Chef Peters utilizing his inner pyro skills, using that blowtorch on our mystery ingredient, getting a lot of good char on that watermelon. Chef Jared working on, he's got a ring mold as well, using that faro. His mofongo take on faro. Using his $1 spatula to cook a $20,000 dish, right? There you go. This is an excellent dish because we're talking about how Thai curry meets the Caribbean. We're talking about the fusion of Thai flavors, Caribbean friends of plantain, and key lime for big flavor. So this dish is going to be outstanding. It smells great. Looking good, chefs. Let's take a step over here to Stable 5. Let's talk to the fan favorites over at Geisinger Health. And Chef Brienne's got something on the sauté here. What are you cooking, Chef?
This is a gastrique.
What's in your gastrique?
Grand Marnier.
There we go, Grand Marnier. You got any extra?
Honey, champagne vinegar, finished with some butter.
Excellent. Good stuff. So again, a gastrique, she's using the caramelized sugar or honey, and she's deglazing that with the Grand Marnier and a little bit of key lime juice. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. And some watermelon juice. Smells amazing. What was that, Chef?
Relish is a little runny because of the watermelon and the added water, so just
Excellent. So you're getting that to the right consistency, straining a little bit of that watermelon juice out, but it's looks like a great relish right there. That's going to be their orange summer citrus relish. So let's go check back in. We've got about 2.5 minutes down here. Let's go see what Chef Ryan is seeing down at Station 2.
Yeah, I would say Johns Hopkins team here is nice and calm, cool. You can tell they've definitely practiced. They're ready to go and really putting together a great dish.
Outstanding. So we got that pan-seared grouper. Look at the color on that. That is, I mean, using an induction burner and getting that color on that fish, that is a task. So excellent execution on that. The citrus corn salad now has that chiffon out of, looks like cilantro in there. That's going to round out the dish nicely. So again, on the plate, we've got that spicy broccoli mole, the black garlic-infused black beans, our pan-seared grouper, and to top that off is going to be the citrus salad. We've got about 1 minute and 45 seconds, chefs. And behind me is Drew and Greg. How you doing, Drew? How you doing, Greg?
good. I'm good.
Doing great. These guys are killing it.
They absolutely are. A lot of good techniques here today. And please double check the QR codes on the bottom of every single menu placard here and get that recipe. They want to share and we want to steal it. Chef Dusty is now putting that citrus corn salad right on top. We're down to 1 minute, chefs.
1 minute to go for Johns Hopkins. Let's cheer them on, everyone.
And as the final step for each plate, Chef Emily is putting on what looks to be the cheek of a key lime, which is a nice presentation. Give it a little touch of acid, a little bit of floral notes too. Down to our last 30 seconds, chefs. 30 seconds. What an outstanding plate. It does not lack for color. All right, everybody, join me in counting it down. We got 10 seconds left. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hear it for Johns Hopkins Health. Excellent work, chefs.
Really nice plate.
Absolutely. No, it's gorgeous. And thank you to Greg for carrying that plate up. If everybody hasn't met Greg, it's his first conference, so make sure you say hi to Greg. All right, back to the action on Station 3. We've got a lot of items stacking up in this ring mold for their duo plate. So Dugan is putting that, Chef Dugan's putting on his mojo marinated shrimp And that shrimp contains onion, garlic, orange juice, key lime juice, cumin, cilantro, oregano, black pepper. Chef Jesse is cutting real thin strips of that strip loin steak. And that's going to be the second component for their duo. Again, already on the plate is that red guajillo. Looking at about 5.5 minutes, chef. So about 5.5 minutes. Chef Dugan still operating in that ring mold, finishing up the last one with the shrimp. We're going to move down to the next station, over station 4. You got a lot of garnish still built up here, Chef. What do you got in the pan?
So what we got going on right now is we're braising the shrimp, back for the shrimp dish, and we got to finish our vegetables and plate.
That's it. You're all ready to go. Holy cow, I can smell it now. It just hit. Everything's looking good. Everything's smelling good over at station 4. And with about 11.5 minutes, Chef Jared's going to throw his vegetable in, getting a quick stir fry, high heat. What type of oil are you using, Chef? What type of oil?
Okay.
Oil.
Oh, avocado.
Using the avocado oil for these vegetables, a nice, good fat oil. And going down in that plate is that red curry sauce that they've been working the entire night on. Look at that color. That you can smell it from over here. It's outstanding. Let's check in with Chef Ryan over at Station 5 to see what he sees with our team from Geisinger.
The Geisinger team is really relaxed right now. They're executing their plan. As a chef, I can tell you that they practiced, okay? I'm talking meticulous, organized notes, very clean station. So real impressive. I love to see when teams put in the work beforehand to execute their dish, and just super excited to see the final results of your dish.
So a little over 3 minutes left on Station 3. The Eskenazi Health team is now putting down on top of their guajillo chili paste, or pepper sauce, they're putting, looks like a fine cut of, looks like Brussels sprouts. What else you got in there, Chef?
Brussels sprouts, there's some, Swiss chard, onions.
So again, the Brussels sprouts and the Swiss chard, more basket ingredients on this plate. Looking at the number of techniques and the number of ingredients, Team Eskenazi has just selected 9 out of the 14 basket ingredients. They want to represent the region down here by selecting as much as they can, and it looks well thought out, well conceived. We got 2 different components that are building out nicely.
Beef. What is the greens under?
The greens under the beef, that's going to be their Brussels sprouts, shaved Brussels, the Swiss chard saute. We got some onion, some garlic, some red pepper. We got lemon juice. And what was cool about it, they used an awesome method known as blanch and shock. So they boiled it quick, and they shocked it immediately to set in that green color, cooking it further enough, but also fusing a lot of flavor. And now they're putting the steak right on top of that.
We're at the 2-minute mark for Team Eskenazi. Plates are looking really nice. Very intricate plating setup here, and it just looks fantastic.
Right now, Chef Jesse is putting on their newest creation. It's going to be a balsamic watermelon gas streak that they thought up on the fly, trying to utilize that yellow watermelon as much as they can. Then on top of the steak, after that sauce, we're putting the rustic cut. It looks like a chimichurri. And again, they used key lime instead of lemon, which is typical. But a lot of good components, a lot of good techniques. We've got a brunoise cut, a chiffonade cut. We blanched and shocked. We sous vide the shrimp. Let's not forget the molecular gastronomy with using that blueberry foam recipe with the soy lecithin. The risotto cook method on the faro as well. A lot of good techniques over here. We are down to our last 70 seconds, a minute 10. Chef Dugan cleaning plates. Jesse putting that chimichurri right on top of that steak. Looks perfect. Both chefs are leaving that ring mold on for the last second. There's Chef Jesse putting that emulsified blueberry foam on top. We got 30 seconds now, chefs. In the last 20 seconds here, Chef Dugan's gonna be removing those ring molds. Down to 20 seconds. And perfect. Outstanding. Count it down with me, everybody. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hear it for the team at Eskenazi Health. Beautiful dish. Beautiful dish.
I'll be up there just hanging out, man. This is good. And I was like, we just aborted mission in this one.
So as our judges are now being presented with the dish from Eskenazi, let's check it on table 4 over here. As our MD Anderson team is putting together their red curried shrimp and farro plantain cake. So again, already on the plate, they've got that red curry sauce with that just tons of amazing ingredients. We had the black garlic, arbol chilies, lemongrass, shallot, coriander, cumin, peppercorn, salt, and key lime juice. They also use what is known as a galangal root, which is very similar to ginger and to turmeric, but it has peppery and earthy notes with hints of mustard and citrus. A little bit of a bitter finish. And just like ginger and turmeric, that galangal root's been used in medicines for thousands of years. So again, MD Anderson showing that food is medicine for sure. So on top of that plantain or mofongo cake, so we got the sauteed vegetables. Looks like we've got the pepper. We've got what else we have in there? Julienne red pepper, green pepper, some Brussels sprout, all cooked in that avocado oil. A little bit of a black garlic in there as well. Some Thai basil chiffonade, and they also added some of that yellow watermelon to that saute mix. Stacking gently on top, Chef Peter is putting that trio of shrimp. And again, that shrimp was cooked with that red curry sauce. And that was tied with a banana leaf to keep that trio intact. This plate is just full of color. It smells amazing. And of course, Chef Peter, again, breaking out that blowtorch. We saw him use it earlier on the watermelon ring that went right on top of that mofongo cake. So for those of you who are unaware, it looks like all of our teams are using black garlic. Black garlic is a very interesting ingredient. It is a cooked product. It's created in a low heat environment with about 70% humidity, cooked over a long period of time. The best thing about black garlic, it contains substantially more antioxidants than red garlic, so it's a very healthy item. The flavor profile is not even close to what raw garlic is. It's got mild sweetness notes resembling molasses. It's got umami notes like soy sauce. It's sweet and sticky, kind of like dried dates. And they've used it in multiple components of their dish here. And as Chef Peter chars that shrimp with about 3 minutes left, Chef Jared is breaking down some Thai basil for a final garnish preparation here. This dish smells amazing.
70% humidity, so Florida.
Right. So we're coming in on the last 2 minutes for Team MD Anderson. Again, this is a mashup dish, a fusion dish that they call Thai curry and Caribbean friends of plantain and key lime that combine for big flavors. Down to our last 90 seconds, as they are sparing no second, paying every bit of attention to detail they can. So down to our last 60 seconds. Again, we've got that curry paste. We've got that mofongo faro croquette. On top of that, they've got the charred yellow watermelon. We got the sauteed vegetables that also has that watermelon rind in it. And now Chef Peter is putting the final touches on that trio of shrimp. Down to our last 30 seconds. As we wrap up the final touches, we've got 10 seconds left. Count it with me, everybody. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hear it for the group at MD Anderson. So as the chefs take their dish up to the judges' table, we're going to check in on our final team. Chef Brian and Chef Brienne from Geisinger Health, working on plating up their final dish. They're using a ring mold too. So far on the plate, what do you have on the plate so far, Chef?
We have the faro and the Swiss chard.
So the faro, again, that's going to have the, let's see here. We've got the blueberry-infused faro. So they took those pickled blueberries they made at the beginning of the competition. They infused that faro with those pickled blueberries. They used some diced avocado in there. And they folded that into the faro. Now we've got the Swiss chard, which has been sauteed, and it's been coated in a black garlic vinaigrette. So again, using that black garlic ingredient and making a vinaigrette out of it. A lot of bold colors. Down to about our last 5 minutes for Team Geisinger. And just to bring back some of Ryan's comments, a very clean station, very organized. Chef Brian and Chef Brienne have done the dance many times as they plate this dish. And a perfect release out of the ring mold. Chef Brienne now gently placing that grouper down. That grouper is dredged in a seasoned flour with salt, pepper, onion, and that was cooked in a canola oil blend. Gorgeous color. Down to our last 4 minutes, chefs. Chef Brienne is now going to plate that gas streak in which she's used champagne vinegar, Grand Marnier, orange juice, lemon juice, honey, and butter. And look at that consistency. That's textbook. Down to our last 3 minutes, chefs. Following behind Chef Brienne is Chef Brian now. He's placing those pickled blueberries at strategic intervals. Looks like around 12, 8, and 4 o'clock. Yellow watermelon going down on the plate last. Down to our last 2 minutes. Chef Brienne is now placing that summer citrus relish on top of the grouper. That consisted of orange, key lime juice, avocado, those pickled blueberries, supreme of orange, and some of that watermelon juice. Down to our last 90 seconds, we've got the blueberry infused faro on the plate. We've got the Swiss chard with the black garlic vinaigrette. We've got the grouper on top of that, which is dredged in seasoned flour and pan-seared. On top of the grouper, they've got the Grand Marnier and orange juice gas streak. Placed around the plate is that gas streak, the pickled blueberries, and the pickled yellow watermelon. And on top, to finish the dish, is that summer citrus relish. We are down to our last 60 seconds as the chef puts their final touches on the plate. "30 seconds left for the last dish of the 2023 Culinary Competition. All right, everybody, get loud with me as we count it down. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hear it for Team 5 from Geisinger. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the 5 competing teams at this year's culinary competition. And please double check and grab that QR code for every single recipe that you've seen here tonight.
All right, everyone, as the judges are tasting their final dish of Team 5's plate tonight, I just wanted to give a huge thank you again to our sponsors of this evening's event. Special thanks to Schwann's, Clark Foodservice Equipment, Agilicis, and Zinc for making this all possible tonight. Can we please give them a round of applause? I'd also like to thank the man in the trenches, Andy Bergman. He's very passionate about this event, and it's just great to see it evolve over the years. Every year, it gets better and better. The level of talent goes up, the plates go up, and it's just a really special event. So now we have some time as the judges take these last few moments to finish their critique of Team 5's dish, and then we'll have a brief time as the judges deliberate, and we'll be back to bring you the final results shortly after. Thank you, everyone. Good evening, everyone. The results are in. If we could have all the competitors up near the stage, please. All culinary competitors, please come up to the stage. Let's give all of them a round of applause, please. Thank you. And once again, I want to say a big thank you to tonight's culinary competition sponsors. A special thanks to Clark Foodservice, Agilicis, Zinc, and Schwann's. Can we all give them a round of applause? Thank you very much. All right, we ready? 26 teams submitted applications to enter this competition. 5 teams were chosen right here. These chefs flew to Orlando to represent the best of the best in healthcare food service. And now we have our winners. In third place, with their barbecue, dry rubbed hickory smoked shrimp and creamy guava farro, the team from Integris Health Baptist, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Congratulations. Congratulations. Second place team, with their pan-seared grouper with citrus corn salad, the team from Johns Hopkins Health System. Congratulations. Congratulations. And the winners, with their red curry shrimp and farro plantain cake, the team from MD Anderson in Houston, Texas. Congratulations. You are the 2023 Culinary Competition winners. Congratulations, man. Awesome. Once again, I want to say a big thank you to all of our competitors this evening. What a spectacular event. Thank you to all of our sponsors. It's just a great, amazing thing for you all to just be here on the stage, be proud of what you've done tonight, and it's really good representation of all the chefs in healthcare across the nation. Great job, everyone. Thank you.